Look at them get turned into horrifying plastic meat patties. Hello everybody, GrayStillPlays, and we're back with more BeamNG.drive out here in the West Coast, USA. There was a giant update to BeamNG. There is a huge new map, which supposedly is fantastic for police chases. And thus, here we are, to make a bunch of people very unhappy, and a bunch of people who aren't in these vehicles very happy. To start things off simply, the patented white BeamNG truck, as well as a few bumbling police officers. This map has so many variations and so many things. It's so cool. Like, you can have so many different types of police chases on this map, and you'll never be able to cover them all in one episode unless it's super long or your chases are super short. So I want to show you guys a couple. Let's go ahead and start things off over here. Patented white BeamNG truck taking off. A lot of the things that were updated was supposedly we've got a better crashing engine. There's physics for the engine and torque and stuff like that now. There are sirens for the police cars. There goes one police car going flying. I'm gonna tell you, man, the backside of the truck is tough. And every time a police officer underestimates it, they end up losing the front end of their vehicle. Now, way back over here, it looks like this guy may end up hitting some scrap. Nope, a full miss. However, right around that is the closest possible brush with sadness you could ever have. Is anyone on our suspect vehicle over here? One man is. You can see right now, scraping along the side of the guardrail. Both vehicles struggling, jockeying for position. Over here, a roadway that appears to be not fully completed. Very interesting terrain area. One other police car flying through the air with the greatest of ease like a black and white gazelle. And our suspect powers his way through the blockade and he's off. Back over here, large machinery pumping up and down vigorously as the patented white BeamNG truck looks for an escape route. Let's go check this out over here. Is anyone behind our suspect? Yes, at least one police officer has managed to find his way. I think a second one is possibly here as well. Nope, they're both turning around. I think maybe they've come to the end of their possible chase, or they just said, screw it, I'm not 100% sure. Under the tunnel of freedom, the white BeamNG truck moves onward with the engine almost like sad and oh, no wonder a tire is kind of leaning in on itself. This sad, dejected government official has the only working police car left, and I'm talking barely working. The tire's flat, the front end is smashed, the engine's annoyed, and this guy can't even back up correctly. And we're off again. Second time's the charm. Let us go over here to the dash cam footage. I feel like right now is when that guy from Wildest Police Chases would be saying something witty. You know, this is like the same guy. I don't remember his name. Isn't he like a retired captain or something like that? He's always like, you know,
it was supposed to be a normal day on the job, but what they didn't know about the patented white BeamNG truck is that the driver had a warrant for a lot of felonious activity.
And also the police car driver cannot drive worth a damn. Whoa! Well, looks like we've had our first brush with death over here in the BeamNG acrobatics. Yes, the BeamNG police gymnastics team, always prepared to show their skills for you guys. Oh, hi there, random chunk of a vehicle. We got another police car coming in over here, just running over some of his buddy's stuff. You know how it is. You can see it grinding away right over there. I think this may finally be a full capture. Now, to be fair, we do have another police car that's whipping around, but I think he's gonna miss. Yep, a total miss. Everyone's fine. This may be our first apprehension. Never mind. The white BeamNG truck says no way and swings around the dirt area. Oh, these cop cars are terrible on the dirt. Look at this thing swing around wildly. Our valiant police officers are 0 for 2. Maybe this time things will go slightly better. Everyone seems to get caught up on the sidewalls of the various roadways quite easily, but I have a feeling that this time things will be vastly different. I wonder how the AI treats this map. That's really what I want to find out. The AI and these maps can get very wonky sometimes. Of course, it's a beautiful display of satanic vehicular carnage as horrible things usually happen. Now, right over here is where the magic usually comes from. You can see one of the police cars being the Drift King as he slams into the rock. Both cop cars sandwiching themselves against the sidewall. It's like they're twins. Hold on. Away with you, BeamNG truck. Oh, this one's still attempting to derp its way along. I'm not really sure how well it's going to be able to keep up, but let's take a look over here. That is a negative. That is a full negative, and the white BeamNG truck gets away again. So I have a look at this area over here. Oh man, this would be sweet. If we can get our vehicles to reach this area, I have no doubt that people are gonna go flying off of mountains and cliffs. I think what we need is we need different types of vehicles. Maybe that'll allow them to stick to the road a little bit better. Over here, the Flipatron 5000 is up against three police trucks. Now, how well will these guys hug onto the road? The Flipatron over here, the Hopper, is one of my favorite vehicles for chases because, like, anytime it gets hit, it just goes into this giant crocodile-like death spiral where it rolls like 400 times because of the weight distribution of it. It's fantastic for that, too. The roof comes popping off. Anyone inside would probably be crying tears of pain and sadness. But it's a digital world, so everything's just fine, right, guys? Let's take a look over here. Now, it's not super fast, about 105 miles an hour total. Oh, no! Right over here, the human centipede of police trucks closing in on the tail of the Flipper, otherwise known as the Hopper, and the Hopper living up to its name, flipping over on its side and now being driven like a railroad spike all the way down the roadway, twisting and turning, and finally, we have our very first potential apprehension. Over here, a chase in the Tunnel of Love begins, so that we can see some different parts of the map. I'm very curious what other glories we will find. I'm also curious if they're gonna move through that windy mountain area, because that would be a fantastic place for a friggin' chase. These two police vehicles getting very intimate with one another, while our glorious suspect continues to peel away with great speeds. I'm actually very impressed at how fast and how well this thing is handling. Now, we're gonna be dealing with some decent turns here, and you can see what happens when the police try and turn appropriately. One police car down. Two police car, I think the second one managed to save itself. Over here, using various techniques to try and use all kinds of, like, misdirection and deceit and everything else, and it completely works. All that's left is one last police truck, two others smoking in the distance. One more time from the dash cam, all of the vehicles timidly jockeying for position. Other police cars following close behind in hot pursuit of the Flipper, of Flipulus the Mighty. The Flipper moving swiftly down the roadway, taking a slight turn. Will the police officers be able to keep up with this turn? Turning, not one of the police officers' strong suits. Going in a straight line, fantastic at it. Doing anything but going in a straight line, potential death. Over here, things looking so far so good. Having trouble keeping up, though, with the Hopper. The Hopper, its powerful engine and light body weight, driving it forward, and here we go. It is the Hopper's domain, the off-road sort of area, where there's like no guardrails to help you. Oh boy, right here. It's exactly what you thought it would be. You boys know. Sadness, regret. What a miss! That was the first time I think I've ever seen a police officer. See that one back there? You can only have it happen one time. That was the first and only time I have ever seen a police officer drive in this game with any amount of competency. I'm absolutely astonished. I'm baffled. I'm flabbergasted. I can't believe that police truck missed that pole so epically. We might actually have an apprehension here. After the very first one that we haven't had any of them come even close to the Hopper since then. Well, they come close, but they just can't do anything. They can't seem to keep up with it. But here we go. The beautiful fields and greens all around us. Rocky crags and fences and everything. Such a good looking background. This is a fantastic map. I'm gonna tell you, it looks great. Lots of winding roads, lots of highways, places where the road isn't finished and there's dirt and stuff like that. Good amount of variance. I'm a big fan. What are we doing over here? Red light? Might as well tack that fine on there as well. No big deal. Red light number 2. Put that in the books as well. When this guy gets caught, he's gonna have a hell of a lot of paperwork to sign for. 40-mile-an-hour speed limit here, but I don't think anyone's gonna be obeying that. The cityscape looms in the foreground as the two vehicles still managing to keep up neck and neck, showing us, this is great because they're actually giving us a fantastic overview of the entire map through this chase. And there we go, our first turn. Yes, no, yes, yes. Yes, it is a turn. Over here onto Mount Willis, Belasco City. And the police officer is kind of wondering about whether or not this is his jurisdiction or not. I'm really not 100% sure. Yes, he decided it is his jurisdiction. We're back on the race. The police officer's been driving too well. Something has to go wrong. Part of the rear end starting to fold. The officer overshoots the point where the suspect turned to the right, and now he's back on the track like a bloodhound. The officer still sniffing out his prey right in the middle of the cityscape. You can almost, never mind. The police officer is like a bloodhound that has no sight and just sucks at everything other than understanding where its prey is. How's our suspect vehicle? Because it looks like he's kind of twisted up too. Oh, a little bit of a spare tire just laying on the ground over here. Oh, the other four is still on. And it looks like the driver bailed and he's on foot somewhere in this beautiful urban area. We're doing it. Super fast sports vehicles that have no business being on this road. When a freaking truck can't even make it. Go! Right over here. Those Sunburst RSs. Moving swiftly. All of the vehicles just flying down the roadway. You can hear the wind passing across the aerodynamics of the vehicle. This thing is an all-wheel drive, and it is way out ahead right now. Nothing is keeping up. The police in the background slowly starting to catch up a little bit. Now, how well will these vehicles hug the roadway? For the most part, it seems like they do very well. A lot better than your traditional Grand Marshals, that's for sure. Uh-oh, our police pack is starting to catch up over here. You can see the red brakes looking lovely as all three police officers manage to somehow stick together through the off-road style area. And there's the hit from behind. Oh, no. Our driver gets folded like a freaking V across this completely unwieldy, or unyielding, I should say, stoplight. The other three police vehicles damaged, a lot of damage to go around, but needless to say, our suspect is probably gelatin at this point. So I'm gonna go ahead and call that a successful apprehension. From the first-person view, flying down the roadway, it looks like our suspect is going to be making a left as well. Whoa, no! Oh, we overshot it, but luckily I think we're just fine. We're fine, no big deal. The other two police cars, both of them get roasted by this guardrail. Oh, all three of them get roasted by the guardrail. Look at how pathetic this is. Let me go ahead and zoom back so you guys can fully appreciate exactly what happened here. We have a trio of high-performance police vehicles, highway apprehension style. And all three are like equidistantly busted across the exact same deadly guardrail. From the cinematic view, let's see how we do. Looks like everyone's moving quite swiftly down the roadway, actually. It looks like they don't have any trouble keeping up right now. As a matter of fact, I think they may have a meeting fairly soon. Whoa! Okay, the Drift King is here. That drift was actually pretty good. I didn't think that that vehicle was going to be able to recover, but it totally did, and we have our first official high-speed chase on our hands. High speed, both these types of vehicles max out at right around 155 or 160 miles an hour. And they are pushing it to the metal as best they can. Yeah! There we go. Now we've got the action. Now we've got the action. And a wheel pops off like a zit. Everything over here just completely obliterated. The suspect vehicle somehow kind of mobile. I don't really think it's gonna be going anywhere too far, but everything else is completely and utterly destroyed. Look at what's going on over here. Sparks flying as the rim just grinds itself against the frame. The entire front end of this one is shot. And over here, this is probably the least damage of any police vehicle. Yeah, buddy, you're done. You're not getting away, man. And with everything a little bit more spaced out, let's see how they do. Can they catch up to the suspect? Actually, I have no doubt that they'll catch up to the suspect. It's just a matter of whether or not they'll take him alive or decide to smash him against the side of a grate like a piece of meat. Over here, one police car way ahead of the rest of the pack. There comes the second one. You can just barely see them in the rear. And now, let's check things out from this view over here. There's the hit. Right over here is where everyone seems to want to slow down. And that is where the volcano of car parts begins to detonate. Now, there are two other police vehicles, and I have no doubt that instead of slowing down like reasonable human beings, they're gonna feel the need to just slam into this wall as absolutely fast as humanly possible. Let's go ahead and speed things along right over here. Oh, wait, I'm totally wrong. This police vehicle is, nope, never mind. I was wrong. I was gonna say he's slowing down and he's gonna do just fine. Nope, he's gonna go ahead and hit the guardrail. Not super hard though, not super hard at all. Make me proud, Sunburst. Make me proud. That is incredible. I am officially a giant liar. This vehicle right here not only stopped, but maybe only caused like $500 worth of damage to the front and rear end of these two cars. I mean, that was an impact at a slowdown. Maybe they came into contact at like 10 miles an hour. Not that bad at all. And our suspect is sandwiched like a piece of ham between two slices of bread that happen to say police high-speed unit on the side. We're doing it. The dummy mobile being chased by a trio of police monster trucks. The question isn't why, the question is why not? I don't know how this is gonna go. We are over in like the San Francisco area. There are giant humps everywhere, all over the road. Godspeed, dummy mobile. Godspeed. Here we go. Immediately going for that hard left, hoping to get those monster trucks off of his tail, and he does a fantastic job. The monster trucks are mating with one another. One manages to sneak on by, and our poor dummy mobile, never mind. Dummy mobile's fine. The dummy mobile seems to be having a hugging contest with this here light pole. I don't know where his friend is. Oh, his friend decided to bail. His friend's kind of hanging out the side of the door. Oh, this is horrifying for these cars. Time to make this happen. All right, dummy mobile, get some air. That wasn't really very much air. Oh, wow. The monster trucks are getting some air, though. The dummy mobile is now flying. No. Oh, our dummies are destroyed. And the police vehicles go spiraling out of control. Now, right there is what I'm talking about. All this downhill area is fantastic for crashing. Look at the backflips. What do you guys give it? That's like a 10 out of 10 right there. How long will it go for? Continually flipping on down and finally coming to rest. I don't know. Do you think they can actually catch the dummy mobile? Like, they're getting pretty close. Never mind. They can catch the dummy mobile. The dummy mobile just got wrecked. No, the dummy mobile is fine. I don't know how. I don't know how this is possible. But the driver, while simultaneously holding the door onto the vehicle, is managing to make an epic escape. Way to go. One more time, dummy mobile versus various. Wow. Okay. All right. Talk about adding insult to injury. Oh, no. Look at them get turned into horrifying plastic meat patties. The dummies get absolutely throttled by the police vehicles. There's one other police vehicle that's kind of looming up there. I think it got caught on a post. But over here, the dummies turn into a snowball made out of metal and plastic. It is something out of Hellraiser, people. And why not? One more roll over the cranium just to show them who's boss. Anyway, folks, hope you enjoyed this episode of BeamNG.drive, where we got to see the brand new map some of the new crashing and some of the new physics. It is looking fantastic, and why not? Another heads up. Going for a ride, dummy. This is the closest you could possibly get right over here to a monster truck rally. There is nothing any closer. The police vehicle's going flying into this little, like, industrial area over here. And our dummies get front row seats to all the action. Anyway, folks, until the next time, stay foxy and much love.